Today I'm going to talk about something that is going to be difficult to hear and face. This is something I had to face as well, and it's that the twin flame chaser is actively looking for pain. And the problem is that you are not aware of it. That was the same with me. There is a part of the brain that is heavily linked with obsession, trauma, pain, addiction, and this is where the core is coming from. This study came from a Neurophysiological Journal from 2010, where they checked patients' brain areas, which one lit up. And it showed that when they showed the patient a neutral person, their brain remained neutral. But as soon as they showed the patient pictures of a previous romantic partner who heavily hurt them, the problem is that the brain areas really lit up. And it's not only the pain center, the addictive center, but also, and that's the trick, the addiction and reward center of the brain. So unfortunately, your own brain imprisons you, takes you back to the exact same scenario in a way that it only makes you subconsciously interested in people who would cause you pain, just as your parents did. Because this is how your nervous system tries to overcome that. It takes you back to the same scenario so you would find a different ending. But the problem is that that part of the nervous system is pretty dumb, because it tries to resolve the thing that it takes you back to the same scenario, and maybe the other person is going to act differently so you will feel good. But you can't change the other person. You can change only yourself. So only you can overcome it by creating a different ending. The other person won't make a different ending for you. And you can imagine it. I brought up this scenario before, that it's like when you are driving a car, learning how to drive a car, and the driving instructor after a while is going to just tell you where to go, doesn't give you any instructions, and teaches you to drive independently. And when you make a mistake, he or she takes you back exactly the same scenario, that maybe now next time you won't make a mistake. But when you make a mistake, he or she will take you back again and again and again, until you at least recognize that, oh my God, we are in the exact same intersection, or we are in the exact same scenario. What the hell is going on? So this is what your nervous system is capable to do. So only it is unable to resolve the problem. It pushes you, that you recognize that you have to do something. And your first step is that you recognize that this is built within you. This is what is happening. And the only thing you can do is that you empower yourself by taking the power back from the romantic partner, and you start to use your head. You start to be more analytical instead of overly emotional, because emotions are very important, but they have to be in a balance, and they have to be checked with your analytical mind. Because if the person is abusive with you, you have to be able to move away. When you were a child, you didn't have that option. You couldn't say at the age of 4 or 5 that, look, this family is dysfunctional, I'm going to live on my own. You can't do that. You were trapped in a dysfunctional relationship with your parents until you got to the adult age. But now you are an adult. But the problem is that the pain, that emotional rejection, the emotional abandonment, the emotional neglect is still in that childlike state, so, or that child self. So what you have to do is you have to use your own adult self, that is your cognition, to help that child self to heal. See you in my next video.